asked my team, you guys matter? Does it matter if we open up with the #1 team? They said, put her on the schedule. We're not afraid. We're ready for the moment. Fighting together, the grit, the toughness, the togetherness. As Vonleh got rejected at the rim by Smith.
And you want to go to war with players that aren't scared of the moment. And I think there's moments in seasons that teams come together and realize that they have potential. And that big moment was last year against Duke, at Duke, upsetting the Blue Devils on their home court. That moment was against Iowa, only losing by 10 and really very much in the ball game and giving Iowa trouble.
How much fun is it going to be in the Pac-12? I mean, we already saw a little glimpse of that with Ohio State and USC, and they'll be neighbors pretty soon. But to see Colorado, preseason pick #4, and that's ahead of USC, by the way, who's preseason pick 6. Utah leading the way in the Pac-12 with UCLA and Stanford at 2 and 3. But, I mean, you got to think about the attention that every other team is like, okay, Colorado's the real deal.
Well, to be honest with you, I think Colorado put a lot of people on notice today. And if I do dare say, I think today they go from being the hunted or being the hunter to the hunted. And so now when they show up to Stanford and they show up to USC and they show up to UCLA and they show up to all of these ranked schools, those schools are going to be ready. And that's going to make the conference that much better. I mean, you talk about the depth. It's going to be an exciting year in NCAA college basketball.
They haven't trailed Colorado since the 25-24 mark, but you mentioned the ranked teams that they're going to put on notice. Well, they have 5 Power 5 opponents in their non-conference schedule alone. LSU, they'll see SMU, Kentucky, NC State, and they're pouring it on.
I mean, there's been quite a lot of attention around Colorado sports. What's in the water?
I don't know, but I tell you this, to see a video of last season where Deion Sanders said, I like that program, as his daughter is on the roster as well, transferred midway through the season from Jackson State a season ago. He said, I like what they got going over there, and Coach Payne is a great coach. She knows what she's doing. I'm pretty sure he's in a cowboy hat somewhere celebrating the performance we're seeing tonight.
100%, and I think Colorado fans everywhere. I've seen more Buffalo gear than I have in the past, and now they got to add women's basketball to that movement, because this team, if you're a Colorado fan, you better go and check them out this year, because they play hard, they play together, and they play a great brand of basketball.
90-75 is the current score. LSU scored 102 points in the championship game. So now you think about the adjustments with Kim Mulkey. She told us, we're not going to be undefeated all season. We're going to have to find ways to get better. They have a lot of good competition on their schedule. They have the Cayman Islands coming up, the SEC ACC Challenge against Virginia Tech, another team that was in the Final Four with them as well. So they have those moments where they will be challenged throughout the schedule for the non-conference.
LSU, big picture-wise, is going to have to regroup. Obviously, go back to the drawing board. It's hard to come off a national championship and maintain that type of tenacity to play in the national championship game, come off the offseason that some of the players on this LSU Tigers team has had. And I think this could work to the benefit of Kim Mulkey in getting the team's attention, because it's not a cakewalk.
No.
It's not a cakewalk in college basketball. It's never been, but especially now with all the parity. And LSU is going to have to get better. They're going to have to know each other, not just on the offensive end, but they're going to have to be better defensively. And that's where they hung their hat last year. And it's going to start with their leadership. It's going to start with Van Lith. It's going to start with Angel Reese. And it's going to start with Flau'jae Johnson. Because did you see South Carolina today?
I mean, I saw a glimpse of it. It was close at first.
Chip. You talk about playing with a chip on their shoulder. They didn't look like they were very excited about the ranking that they received.
It was a top 10 matchup as Smith 100 points South Carolina put up over Notre Dame. 100-71 win.
And a couple highlights.
Couple. Excuse me.
And a couple highlights. Had some of the greatest in the game reacting. Right here. Oh my goodness.
Just stop it. This is when we're just getting out of control. As a freshman, I do things like that in pickup.
You got Magic Johnson tweeting that that's the best play that he's seen in college basketball, male or female. I think the game is in good hands.
Absolutely. He said professional too now. It's fun. If this is any indicator, this opening day of college basketball, of what we're going to see throughout the season, buckle up and just get ready for an incredible season.
And if you're a young player out there that's aspiring to play at this level, you don't just do it when the lights come on. All your work and all your reps and all your preparation comes in the off season. It comes after practice. It comes before practice. It's getting extra reps. I don't think you've ever arrived as a basketball player. You always have to continue to work hard and get better. And you're seeing the players that do. They always add to their game.
Angelica Velez, the freshman out of the Bronx. Off the mark for
again.
Sherrod. I mean, what else can you say?
Again, comes up with the loose ball, Sherrod.
And they can sense it, they can feel it, and now the sigh of relief. As Las Vegas has turned into the city of upsets. As now Colorado takes down the defending champs for their season opener.
Unbelievable showing. Coach Payne has to be so proud of her team. Not just knocking down shots, but battled every single possession. Rebounded, battled in the paint with a team that was way bigger and stronger than you at different positions. This Colorado team is very special. I mean, Grant Hill said at halftime, "I'll see you at the Final Four." This team should set the Final Four as their expectation.
Wow. And I think everyone across the nation wouldn't be shocked if you say it. After seeing that performance, as you can see the conversation with Sherrod and Haley Van Lith, and a lot of love between the 2 point guards. And the celebration continues. What an unbelievable performance for the Colorado Buffaloes with their biggest win in program history.
What better way to start the NCAA season off with the upset of the #1 team in the country?
I love Jalen Sherrod looking at Candace Parker like, hey, we are in the building.
Goodness.
So we need to hear a little bit more as Taylor Rooks